Hi, Rhys. Thanks for chatting with me today. There's been some chatter around the agency about Meta sneaking in a creative AI update that's not going so well. So I'd love to hear from you. What is this update and what's going wrong with it?
So to give some context about what this feature is, what it does, is it essentially helps you dynamically fill placements with whatever creative you provide Meta. Now, Meta rolled out this one type of ad called flexible ad format back in late 2023, maybe early 2024. And essentially, what it was is you would feed it a batch of creatives. Meta would then choose the best creative for the placement, whether that was a story format, one by one square on your feed, and it would deliver as such. Flexible media takes that kind of a step further where you only need to provide it one creative, and then Meta is going to dynamically crop and adjust this creative that you've provided it to then display it across multiple placements. Theoretically, that sounds great. Now, as you can imagine, all our creatives and whatnot were not designed for this feature. So yes, it can work great in say like a creative where you have a flat background, a small maybe product in the center where if the outside edges get expanded or collapsed, you're not losing anything. On a creative where there's art and text overlays, you now start to get funny little cropped placements. So as you can imagine, you get a story placement where it looks like just a square image, or you get a square placement and half of the ad is cut off and trimmed off. So you lose a bunch of quality. Now, the biggest issue wasn't actually so much around like what this feature does. It's like I said, it was how it was rolled out. So early in the year, we knew this new feature was going to be coming down the road from Meta. We just didn't really know when exactly or on an exact date and when it would kind of come out into our accounts. Now, some of that trouble that we noticed was that it got snuck into some of our accounts, automatically set to active, and then a bunch of us performance marketers had to be a little bit reactive and track this down, find where it even is in the platform. It was a pretty hard little feature to find. It was just this tiny little toggle that was kind of deeply hidden within the account setup, and it ended up displaying a bunch of ads that cropped pieces out and just ended up not showing correctly. So yeah, we had to jump in, be pretty reactive to make sure it was turned off. I've even noticed that some accounts still don't even have this feature in it. So who
So they
knows when
rolled
it
out a
might.
feature. They didn't tell you who was getting it or when it'd be rolled out. They defaulted to on and started potentially cropping out the photos of the products that they're trying to advertise in the campaign. Do I have that right?
Yes, pretty
Oh,
well,
good.
pretty well.
One more feather in the cap of AI generated creative, right? No, it's good. We're experimenting with it, but I guess we're all learning on the fly here.
I will say, like, I'm not 100% against it. Like I said, if it's used correctly, it could go well. I've seen ads where they are just that tiny little image of a product and it's a single color background. That would be great for if you needed to pump out a high volume of these. You don't need to make every single placement. So, does it have its use case? Yes. Was it poorly rolled out? Yeah, 100%. Do I recommend turning it off if you want like full control and whatnot, best practices? For sure, keep it off and yeah, keep on touch of those creative features that get rolled out.
Awesome. Thank you.